Hello, and welcome back to the channel, especially within the international break right now. Leeds United are absolutely calming it down a little bit. Obviously, most of the players are out on international break, which is fine. Like players like Bajol, we've got Ampadu, we've got Joe Road on the list, goes on. However, as we are in the middle of international break, I feel like it's kind of one of those videos where we discuss about how fluent, amazing certain players are for Leeds United. For example, Sean Longstaff, brilliant player, absolutely spectacular. However, we all know the running history about going into international break and coming out of it because we always suck. We always suck coming back out. But let's start off with the positives because there are a lot. Defensively, we look miles better than before. Joe Rodon and Jaka Bajol have quietly built that relationship up, which is good. However, going on with Jaka Bajol is that he hasn't had many minutes for Leeds United, which as a current player and most importantly as a big signing for Leeds United, you would expect more game time for him. But that just hasn't happened, which sucks, to be honest. I really want to see him start against Burnley on the weekend. I want to see, him actually play and actually been utilised. Like, we didn't spend those millions for no reason, but that is where I feel like Farke needs to start switching up the teams a little bit more, because I feel like we've got a bit of depth there, but we haven't got major depth where we can completely rotate a team. But we can rotate certain individuals, especially Jaka Bajol. So let's try and get him in. There. I think that'll be very, very useful. I think certain reviews of last game as well, obviously Spurs, we lost against them, very good positives, but I want to see more of a fortress around Ellen Road. We shouldn't be losing at Ellen Road. That's just shouldn't be. That's the going fact. I feel like Ampadu's leadership has come in a lot. It's been off the backbone of all of it. He's vocal, he's everywhere, and he's the type of player that just doesn't just play well. He commands it, and it's the standard of the club and of the team. But I do have to give credit to Daniel Farke because he's had a lot of stick over the last foreseeable weeks playing in the Premier League. And not just that, even when we were back in the Championship last season, the season before, he got so much stick for the tactics. But yes, you're right, guys. In terms of playing football, it's not the best, it's not the prettiest. If I'm honest, it's quite boring sometimes. But those moments where you have really good passing, but then those final thirds which need to be improved on, which I'll go on to in a second. Then we get a goal, especially with the likes of Sean Longstaff the other game. What a hit. And that's what I like to see, the excitement, the uproar of Ellen Road, and obviously the team. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Who do you want to see score in the Burnley game? And most importantly, the finishing. DCL, Metcha, Perot. Will Perot start against Burnley on Saturday? Probably, hopefully. If not, it'll be DCL. I just want to start seeing goals because that's where we've lacked for the last 3 years, is scoring goals in the final third. And obviously getting points as well. 3 points is what we need from Burnley. There's no excuse. You look at some games where we play 15, 16 shots and we haven't actually won the game, or we've come away with one game, which that's where we've dropped points and it sucks. Like teams like Brentford and Palace, they're actually know the squad. They are actually doing stuff. They've got the depth and they actually can score goals when needed. With Leeds United, it's very much underdog mentality where they have to try so much just to get one goal, which we need to change around. Genuinely, we need to change around. But yeah, guys, I think it's been a very, very weird year. I think after the break, I think what we need to do is build consistency. We've had moments where we've looked top half, and then others where we switched off, and it genuinely, I think, sucks because we dropped silly points for no reason. And Spurs is a game that is a prime game for that. I think we played so well. We could have won that game, but unfortunately we just didn't. In those final moments, not even in the final moments, I think it was the 57th minute by Kudos, I believe. I just want to see win after win after win. We want to bring Leeds back where we were before. And there's talks as well, guys, that Nonto is going to be tested in the January transfer window by the Saudi Pro League. Begs the question, have we got assets to sell? Yes. Have we got enough quality in the squad to stay competing in the Premier League? I don't think so. Genuinely don't think so. because the January transfer window, we need someone with attacking mentality. We need someone that can come in and actually do the job. And most importantly, get goals. We're not here to piss around. We're here to actually get goals, and defensively look good as well. I want to see strong tackles. I want to see good football, great passing, tiki-taka football. That's the Leeds I want to see. January will be interesting because obviously the MD came out and said that we probably won't look at January, which makes no sense. All that money that we've made, it begs the question, where's it going? Because I'm quite frustrated at the fact that we haven't utilised the summer transfer window and actually getting quality Premier League players. A lot of people will say to me, oh, Will, we've got Jakob Bajol, we've got Goodmanson, we've got Bornau, we've got DCL, we've got Nmecha. Yes, but they're not. DCL's the only Premier League proven player. Yes, I know it's difficult to say, oh, get a Premier League proven player in, but the lack of quality sometimes really puts a question mark on whether we did the correct job. Goodmanson's he's had a lot of stick. Did really well in the last couple games before international break. He's done really well in international break for Sweden. I just want to make sure that going into the next game, we're not just beating them, we are thrashing them. That's the Leeds we need to be. And if Scott Parker's side, we all know plays boring football, we all know they probably will get relegated this season. I just want Leeds to stay up, get more players to the door in January, and see what happens there. But it is a very much organised side for Leeds United now. The passing looks a hell of a lot better. We need to start with our set pieces, guys. We need to improve. That's where Leeds lack, is that we don't, for some reason, even though we do have coaches and whatever in Thorpe Arch, but our issue is always set pieces. Obviously, Anton Stach, brilliant free kick the other game, but I want to see more. And it's not about being greedy, it's about seeing the consistency. That's where we lack. Guys, let me know your thoughts on that one. I hope you have a great rest of the day. Well, guys, let me know what your thoughts are on all of that, because it is a tricky one with Leeds United. They're very much up and down on points and all of the above, and the set plays and goals and all of the above. But guys, let me know your thoughts. I'll see you guys very soon, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and have a good one. See you later.